It's the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Street. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cook. He's tackled at the 17, so it'll be better to land it in the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it from the gun. No way to run up the middle.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw. It's Peterson. Quick throw to the left. The ball is picked off. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Catch made on the out route. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that. Made a nice throw to the receiver.
Touchdown, Tigers, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Georgia, 0.
Bringing it out. It's Cook. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Keeping it on the ground here. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
The quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grabbed by the receiver. And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That catch makes it a more manageable third down. Looking to throw. It's Peterson. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, he makes the catch. The sophomore making an excellent catch there.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance.
Oh, and he fumbles. The defense has got it. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. chance in this playoff game. What a moment. That's a scoop and score defense making a monster play there.
Well, his eyes must have gotten so big when he saw that ball pop out, chance to pounce on it, and instead of doing it the more conservative way and just falling on it, he decides to take it to the house for a touchdown, something he'll remember for the rest of his career.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's a fly to the wideout. Makes the diving grab there. That was beautiful.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack is so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here.
Oh, what a grab!
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
And the receiver's got it. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Running out of time in the pocket. Hit just as he throws the ball.
I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
It's an out route, the catch made, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming third down call.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. To the air, it's Peterson. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
No surprise, offense going for it on fourth down. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. One team stays on the sideline, offense going for it on fourth down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's got it right near the end zone.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
After a long drive, it's a third down. Is it a touchdown or a field goal? This is a 4-point play. To throw, it's Peterson. Looking to scramble. Ball knocked away in the end zone. A great defensive play.
But what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
It's 4th and goal from the 5, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. A much-needed counterpunch delivered. So with playoff pressure, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking deep to the right side. And is intercepted. Breaks into the open. The 30. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that previous play. To the air. It's Peterson. Pressure is coming. Quarterback looking to scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
The Dogs are in the red zone. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's got it, looking for the end zone. He goes down right there, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
No gain on first makes it second down and goal from the 7. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Dogs. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Handoff here from the shotgun. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll feed the back again. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the pass is complete to the tight end. They bring him down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
This is the advantage, in my opinion, of having that big body tight end. He took a big shot, held on to the football for a first down. This toughness cannot be taken for granted.
Throws it to the right. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So second and 10 after the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Could take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow. They now have the lead in their semifinal game.
Chris, how about the safety here just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback, and then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception. And I love that he's got the speed and the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. And the single back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Second down, looking to throw it. Bringing pressure. He's got it in the open. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on to the NFL having great careers, and now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
First down, looking to throw the football. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw. Second down play coming up for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. A crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short.
Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball.
Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Tigers. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Looking to pass, it's Peterson. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
A completion sets up a second down play. And he drops back in the gun. He's running out of time here. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Boy, great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and, of course, most recently Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. Dogs will have to kick it away. This will be the first punt tonight for this offense. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Dump off caught by the running back. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5-wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Georgia, 21.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Fires it to the wideout. The pass is intercepted. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Tigers.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Peterson. He escapes the pocket. The pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, but it doesn't work out.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Quarterback rolling to his right now. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
2nd and 10 here. From the shotgun, drops back. With the catch, it's Wiley. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Well, this is what everybody wants to see. A wide receiver and a corner, one-on-one. Here it's the corner route. Both of them have a shot to come up with it, but it's the receiver that fights for the ball and comes up with it.
On the move now. He'll leave the ball deep down that right side. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, how about the defense here? Sitting back in cover two, taking away anything deep downfield. It puts pressure on the underneath coverage. The linebackers have to have some awareness. This linebacker did a nice job of being able to step up and make that interception.
So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Moves his way for a first down to the 35. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to get the second half going. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The passing game's been on fire. The defense has had no answer for it. And see if they found some solutions at halftime. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
He hands it off from the gun. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. What a catch! They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his back. He's picked for a third time tonight. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Wow, a risky Risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 34. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Wiley. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Defense is coming after him. He's got a 1st down and more. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set. Allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. That is another delay of game penalty on this drive. Have you ever seen this? What is going on? And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
All right, let's get it.
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown. offense in this playoff game. What a moment. In this playoff game, you suddenly tied Kirk on, of all things, a defensive touchdown.
Well, you look around the stadium, a bid to get to the national championship on the line, and the momentum switches from one direction to the other. Not just a turnover, but a turnover and a score. All of a sudden, we got a new game.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Clemson offense is back out there. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Single back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Zips it down the middle. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. He can go! Touchdown, Bulldogs! A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow! And they move into the lead here in this semifinal.
Now, we talked to him during the week, and he told me he was a high school corner. And I can see why. He's got tremendous ball skills to make that play and then to be able to take it all the way back for a touchdown. Just outstanding.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. The Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Ball handed off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. Looks right and lets it fly. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking right, this one caught. Looks like Georgia will have the first down. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff and tackled after a small pickup there. offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Georgia.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after scoring a touchdown. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Moves out of the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And he'll drop back here on third down. And the pass ball is incomplete. They could not hook up on the final play of the third quarter. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. Sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down, look at the throw for it. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Well, I thought they had a real chance here to be able to cut into this lead, but the quarterback gives it back to the defense, and the climb just got much steeper as they're running out of time here in the fourth.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
The back's got it on a counter. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Third down, out of the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Fourth down now.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
So check it out. Here comes the field goal team. They are a long way out, putting a lot of trust in the kicker here. And he's got it. Can you believe it? What a kick.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Makes a quick catch. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. The Tigers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. The offense going with the hurry up. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Catch made on the sidelines. It's a short gain, but enough to move the sticks.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw again. The receiver grabs it. And the gain just good enough for a first down. And the Tigers look to keep this drive moving.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. Second down after that run on the previous play.
That's a really good run by this offense. And, Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a first down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking downfield near the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in and down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Grinding away on the ground. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts and just keep working that clock.
And he goes nowhere. Stop pull behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And the Bulldogs will bring the punt team onto the field when he comes for his second punt of the game. He'll field it close to the 50. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Offense heads back out onto the field. Their championship dream's not quite dead yet, but it's desperation time. They've got to get something going right now. And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle.
With this big a fourth quarter deficit, defense playing smart, very well prepared for these 4 verts. Quarterback's going to have to find a way to deliver accurate passes downfield if they want to come back in this game.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, we're going to throw it. The pass rush closing in. That strong run defense, not much of a gain on the play. The Tigers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's a dart right down the middle. Oh, nearly picked off again. They almost had another one. But it will set up fourth down. Down play, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead.
But here we are in the fourth quarter. The offense just trying to come up with something to try to spark this offense and give them a chance at a comeback. Unfortunately, the defense is playing smart. They're sitting back, anticipating these deep throws.
Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. At completion, good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Fires it to the wideout. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. And the quarterback will take a knee. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just kneels down.
This has been a great game and a great opportunity for this offense to show what they've been all about all year. They win today, and they advance to the next round.